Hello and welcome to Chili Philly Plays Games. Today's hour of play is dedicated to Celeste. I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a little while. I was trying to stick to a weekly schedule, but that didn't end up happening, unfortunately. So Celeste has some very nice music. We will appreciate it somewhat, especially with just this opening scene. Now, it's interesting, the climbing menu does have this kind of semi-3D, cel-shaded view of the mountain, but the actual game itself is a 2D platformer. Now, I did slightly start a new game, so I played about the first 5 seconds of it. Well, maybe not 5 seconds, the first minute of it. So you'll see me attempting to find the controls in order to be able to delete that file. One important thing to note is that this is very much a controller-based game. I use my Xbox controller for this. The controls, if you were planning to do it purely by PC, are fairly, what's the word? Non-intuitive. Alright, so this is Celeste. You can hear that very sort of calm, soothing music in the background. Our little sprite is Madeline, or whatever you want to name her at the time. So, initial controls are pretty simple. I believe it was A to jump, though I could be wrong. You'll see that in true, in true exploratory nature, I try and jump where I might not necessarily be intended to. So that was my first death of this game. And you'll note that in the top left-hand corner, I am trying to make a count of how many times I die. I hope you appreciate that, because it took a long time to be able to edit the game to do that. Yes, so platformers, not necessarily my strongest suit. But we will get there in the end. There's a little bit of dialogue, but not too much. The story is by no means essential to the game. It's nice to see that they take a lot of, they make a lot of effort to put in detail. Like even the little bits of snow flying by, those little white particles, makes all the difference. Madeline is a wee bit rude, but so is the old lady, so that's fair enough. Yeah, that's sass from Madeline. Massive sass levels. So far we know how to jump, we know how to climb, and this is our first little climactic bit. Again, the music changes. It's a great dynamic change to the music. And then we get told how to use the last ability that we have, which is that kind of jump dash. Well, you don't have to jump to dash, but you can jump and dash. Alright, so we've had one death so far, purely because I was being stupid. We will see if that continues on. Hopefully it doesn't. Who am I kidding? Of course it does. So things start getting a little bit more deadly. So we've got spikes now, as well as the drops into nothingness. I do have a tendency in platformers to just check everywhere I go, see if there's anything hiding. Games like this, very much in that sort of trend. So you can also see the little strawberries, or at least I'm pretty sure they're strawberries. So the strawberries are a collectible. Ooh, cut it close there. Strawberries are collectibles. There's no reward for getting them all, but I will try and get a couple as I go. Usually just the easier ones, though easy is a relative term, I suppose. Yes. Cool little thing. After you dash, you'll see that Madeline's hair turns blue. So you know. Alright, death number 2. Going strong, going strong. But yes. When her hair turns blue, she can no longer dash until she's standing on a flat surface. Also, when she's climbing, you'll note that she starts, her hair starts flashing, and at that point you know that she cannot climb for too much longer. There we go. So here we've got a relatively easy to obtain strawberry. So we just jump and climb. So the interesting thing with strawberries is that you don't get the achievement for obtaining them until you're standing on a flat surface somewhere relatively safe. Otherwise, they'll just float around with you if you're still. Oh, whoops! Completely forgot to say. Yeah, so there are springs. Very Sonic-like, actually. But yeah, springs don't allow you to augment your jump. They just allow you to jump without necessarily using the jump action. This one's pretty helpful. It's not the hardest strawberry to get, but I will still die multiple times trying to achieve it. You can see that I almost give up there. But it's quite... this particular one is not as difficult as others could be. Alright. There's another elevator here. This takes me a little while to realize that the elevator allows you to very much in the way of Portal. If you jump at the end of the elevators, ooh, am I going to go through there? Yes, I am. Nice. If you jump at the elevator's zenith, then you get that extra bit of momentum, and you can jump higher. Or if it's a horizontally moving platform, then you jump longer. So the idea was to get up to that strawberry up top left. You can see just floating just below the death counter. But unfortunately, I don't think I quite make it. So, as all good players do, we give up until until such a time that we can get back to it. Yes. Okay, so how are we going? Death count is at 11. Could be a lot worse. And we've got a strawberry. So, you know, I feel somewhat satisfied. And this game is very kind in that even if you do die after obtaining the strawberry, it allows you to keep it. That was not the most wonderful death. Oh god. Oh dear. Deary, deary me. Anyway, just while I continue to die, just enjoy the music in the background. It's very soothing, very I don't even know what the word for it would be. Calming, soothing. Alrighty, so this is... Oh no, we're not going that way? Possibly going that way. I have a feeling I tried this jump a couple of times and don't necessarily make it. So the green floating gem kind of thing, it refreshes your dash. So the idea is to jump over, hit it, and then hit dash again. Interestingly, it's not... The game doesn't tell you that you can do that. Not entirely sure why that is. Yes, okay, that one wasn't entirely my fault. That spring is a trap for young and old players alike. So yeah, the spikes, at the moment the spikes are the main hazard. You can definitely die from the, like, falling into nothingness, but the spikes are a lot more lethal than anything else at this point in time. So the really big thing with this game is making sure that when you do your dashes, you control the direction of the dash. Like, a diagonal up or a diagonal up dash will get you a significantly different distance to a horizontal dash or a vertical dash, such as demonstrated there. So I stay in this room. I continue to attempt to make this jump. I have a feeling I need to be a little left on the spring. Because I'm almost able to make that distance. But I just need to be a bit further over to the left so I can actually hit the gem. There is, of course, a good chance that I do give up on this. But we will continue to watch and see how persistent I'll actually be in trying to get that strawberry. We're at 30 deaths now, so and that's what, some 12 minutes into the game. So yes, Madeline is going to give up because that is a bunch of bull crap. And we find a traveler. I like the speaking voices. It reminds me a lot of like Lego Star Wars, where the voices aren't actually voices, but it gives you enough of a sort of comparable sound that it still feels like they have a bit of character and a little bit of joie de vivre in it. So yeah, they do have some interesting little art assets in the game. Not everything is like super detailed, but like that crash plane, I assume it's a crash plane. It looks like a crash plane. You know. So you can see the reason why I'm heading up there is because there's a little there's a way to get up to the previous room where we were dying constantly. Alright, so we jump, we dash, and we give up on this place and try heading to the next area. Also, if you can see the little mountain flashing blue in the bottom left corner, that's the save icon. It's so sort of, it doesn't stand out in any way, shape or form, so you kind of, it's very easy to overall just miss it. Alright, so this stage, let's have a look. We're going to jump. We want to jump, dash, hit that gem, and then dash to the lower wooden platform. Or perhaps even the top wooden platform, if we can make the distance. It's kind of funny, I'm used to Mario wall jumps, where if you jump off, or even Super Meat Boy wall jumps, where you jump off, you can still hit the same location on a wall. This is going to take a while. Death count at 37. Please feel free to guess how many deaths I will have in any one stage. Man, I even landed on the platform that time. That's just embarrassing. There we go. Survived. So from there, you're going to jump up to that part, jump onto the green gem, and then dash again. Well, if you don't miss the jump. Oh, that was cutting it a bit close. Jump and jump. Yeah, and things like that little house there. Neat little touches that, you know, they didn't have to do, but it still makes it interesting. Alrighty, so from here, where do we go? So, I'm going to jump through the spikes onto the spring and not kill myself on the spikes directly above the spring. Let's see if we can do that. Now, that would have almost worked. You got to be very sort of decisive with when and how you jump. Could have recovered from that. No, I didn't. Yeah, alright, there we go. Got that vertical distance that was necessary. Alrighty, so temporary platforms, nothing too crazy there. But now we have to be a little bit careful about how we use them to make our jumps. I saw there's... That's definitely not what I intended to do. I'm trying to jump and hit that wooden platform. There we go. And then climb up through that gap, and there's a strawberry there. I think they're strawberries. I mean, they could be like turnips or something. That would be very Mario of them. Yeah, so we use the machinery. We'll call it machinery. Use the machinery to make the jump. Not do that. Alright, death count at 49. 49 and rising. We can do this. So the tricky thing here is to manage to make your way over the spikes on the machinery. Otherwise, it would be actually a really easy maneuver to do. There we go. One strawberry for the team. have a really bad habit of landing on the platform and then keeping on walking because I want to keep moving. This contributes to a not insignificant number of deaths. Alrighty, let's have a look. On to the next level. Well, next area, not level. I can't remember whether I tried it for this strawberry or not. It seems like a little bit more effort than it's worth. We'll definitely jump onto that machinery. Right. Well, we're obviously going to try for it. Again, you see me doing the wall-to-wall jump, mostly with a lack of success, but that's okay. It's okay. Alright, so, managed to get the strawberry. As you can see, it's floating around me though, and floats back to its original destination because I wasn't able to make it to a stationary horizontal platform. Death count on 62. Just need to be able to make that jump a little bit quicker after I've reached that side. You'll see that very soon. Yep, the flashing means that Madeline will let go of whatever she's climbing within like the next 5 seconds. Yeah. So I think we just give up on that one for the time being. We get that autosave. Again, I really like how it just kind of fades into the background. It's very unobtrusive, which is nice. So we can see that there is not a secret area, but definitely a optional area above the machinery. So we can go up here, or we can go to the left. I think we go left. Yeah. Oh, alrighty. Lots of spikes here. That was actually recoverable. I just needed to climb up a little bit further. Oh, lucky. Okay. Just need to jump up. Yep. There we go. There we go. And then that change in pace in music is just beautiful. It's becomes much more reflective and sort of desolate, maybe? I like it. I really like this particular part of the music. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the other music, but it's definitely this part is captures your spirit. And then the original theme comes striking in again. Alright. Let's see how many times we can die to this. Oh man, that was so close too. Easy done. Easy done. And then I got squished. So sometimes I forget that the momentum works for you, but not all the time. So, alrighty. So we can definitely see that there's a hidden area there. Alright, so you can hear that the music is very much sped up. That is because I die many times here, and I don't want you to have to watch it at a normal pace. Again, I invite you to guess how many deaths I have. The answer is a lot. Because, what, we started on about 70 deaths? Alright, and then we'll see how many deaths we get through to at the end of this. So you can see that little rotating rectangle. Rotating rectangle? Yeah. Rotating rectangle. It's another collectible, kind of like the strawberries, but I think it gives you some music that you can listen to. It's called a B-side. That's a music thing, I think. I think so. Alright, we've hit 80. I mean, honestly, this shouldn't be that difficult, but I'm trying to rush through it, and because I'm rushing through it, I'm making stupid mistakes. There we go. That only took about 10 deaths. That's not bad. And that brings us back out to this side. Oh dear, I remember this part. I remember this part very well. Because I forgot that I can use the machinery to add momentum to my jump. So there's going to be a fair few deaths here. Yep, there goes the music speed. Let's see exactly how long it takes me to figure out how to do this jump properly. It's gonna take us a while, so in the meantime, just feel free to kind of take in the background, like, because it's not just a pure black background. It's not a pure gray background. There's actually some shapes there. Like there's a big billboard in the top top central section. Yeah, there's a lot more detail that if you just take the time to look and enjoy. I do like also that there's multi-textural patterns, so it's not just snow, it's not just stone. It's a mix of all the different materials that this level is made out of. Alright, we just hit 100 deaths. That's an achievement, I guess? Alright. We are within understanding now, I believe. So, having realized we cannot just jump that, we are going to actually use the machinery for what it's worth. Or attempt to, anyway. There we go. Didn't take too long. Did it? Did it just take too long? I'm not sure. Only you can answer that question. That's not entirely true, but... you can answer that question. Tell me in the comments how many times you think I'll die. Alright, more spikes, more, I'm gonna call them dash gems, I guess? Alright, let's see if I can make this jump. Should be able to make this jump. Maybe if I grabbed at the end of it? Definitely gonna make the jump from the platform. I know. If I made the diagonal jump, I'd probably be able to get to it. Instead, I'm just doing a horizontal jump. There we go. Much better. Alrighty. More machinery, so we're going to be needing to do more jumps. I mean, technically the game is all jumps, but more so, I suppose. There we go. That was an unfortunate jump. Did not need to use the momentum there. Alrighty. Made it through that section, which is great. And we keep moving up and up. Alright, you'll notice that the music has sped up. That means that I've died more than a couple of times. It's nice just to appreciate the level design, though. You know, they definitely thought very carefully about how people would approach each level. So you will have seen that that last block that I brought down actually has spikes on the top of it. So what I'll eventually figure out is that I cannot. I need to be on the side of the block as it comes down, on the right-hand side of the block, holding on. So that way I can keep climbing to the right. Alright. 122 deaths. We're getting there slowly. I believe that I can make it. Hopefully. At some point. There we go, and now it's just a jump and a dash. And we're moving up and up. But not quite like that. Yeah, timing this jump is going to be a little bit of a bitch. There we go. Except then I died. Oh god, why? I'd be interested to hear if you guys have any experiences playing Celeste. Or any games like it. Like, the closest thing I can think of is like Super Meat Boy. Which, oh boy, that takes me back. Alright, this memorial is dedicated to those... nope, not gonna sit down, not gonna stop. Well, now we'll stop. Ugh, I'm exhausted. That's a beautiful little fire. I love that animation. And our little friend the bird perches on our head. This might have been a mistake. Well, given how many times you died, probably is. And that's the first chapter complete. Let's see if the death count agrees with what I've been counting. So we got 6 out of 20 strawberries. And yes, 126 deaths. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alrighty. On to the next stage then, I suppose. I think it's really interesting that they decided to make the overland map 3D and then everything else 2D. I like it, but it's an interesting choice. Alright, something is not quite right here, as we can tell by the bright green glowing flames. And the, oh, that was a really dumb death. That was also a really dumb death. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. But I like the moving lights in the background. Very cool effect. And the music is super soothing. So it's kind of nice at the moment, because I don't feel like I'm about to die to anything. Except for maybe this room. Am I... Don't do it, Philip. Don't do it. Don't do it, Chili. God dang it, Chili. Why would you do that? Alright, so there's those oddly kind of non-moving blocks, which we will find out what they do soon. Time being, let's do some jumping. Music's going faster. We know that this is sped up for your enjoyment. Honestly, I think there's actually something just really fun about the kind of... It's not quite double speed, it's 1.4 times speed. And the music actually suits it as well. If it was slightly more, what's the word for it? Nope, completely forgot. My brain is not working today. Alright, what's our death count? 9. That's not bad. I mean, we haven't gotten to the level proper yet, so... Could be worse though. Could be a lot worse. Alright, nice. And then a jump there, and a jump there. And a secret room with a strawberry. Unsurprisingly. I don't think secret rooms... well, that's not true. You've also got the secret rooms with the B-sides. But, for the most part, secret rooms will have strawberries. That was really dumb, not gonna lie. Alright, and this is where things start getting interesting. Alright, so those binoculars give us a little bit of a view of what's going on. And of course that big block that was previously colorless is now sparkling with various colors. So that's very exciting. I don't think... So it seems to aid our dash in some way, shape or form. Once again, secret room with strawberry. So you jump, dash... yeah, it augments your dash a little bit. I think you get like, well, not just a little bit. The actual dash part from the outside, from one side to the other is the same, but you dash through the entirety of it. And I die once more. That was a pretty dumb death. Alright, and here is another B-side room. And I die a lot of times to this, I'm not gonna lie. So the thing about the, let's call them dash blocks, I guess, is that if you dash into a solid object, you die. I guess you're just going too fast to stop. Oh man, that's quite the death count. 23 deaths. It's interesting, like, in this particular room, the spikes are... Well, I was going to say the spikes are mostly non-lethal, but, you know, you're more worrying about the disappearing blocks than you are spikes. Alright, 32 deaths. And climbing. Get it? It's a climbing joke? Because it's clear climbing Mount Celeste? Yeah? No, alright. Yep, that's cool. It's alright. That wasn't a good joke. I'm willing to admit it. And there we go! One B-side unlocked. We can dash through the dash block, go to the left. I believe that's where all the spikes were. There doesn't seem to be an easy way to solve this room, which is why I give up on it. Okay, so I don't have many complaints about this game. One of my few complaints, however, is that it is that it's quite easy to go back to places you've already been. Like unintentional. Like I end up backtracking a lot and spending a lot of time in rooms that I've already cleared. But I mean that is part of exploration, so I'm not going to get overly like annoyed by that. There's much worse things that it could be, and obviously with a lot of secret rooms, it doesn't make too much sense to have a complete map. But just a general map would have been nice. There is of course a chance that there's a way to look at a map and I have no idea how to do so, but I'm pretty sure there's no map. Let's see how many times it takes us to get the strawberry. $37 deaths and counting. There is the smallest chance that I did miss a death. So, if you think the death count's incorrect, please do tell me. It's not like I spent... how many hours? I must have spent like 2 to 3 hours maintaining that death count. Carefully curated. But all the same, there still is a chance that I missed 1 or 2 deaths. It would not surprise me. The novelty of counting deaths does gets a little tiresome once you've spent a couple of hours watching the same thing. I mean, I won't lie, I still get the chuckles watching myself die multiple times in video games, but there is a limit. There is a finite limit. All right, this was just dumb. Like, I was just dying out of pure, sheer stubbornness. And I didn't know what to do. And we'll come back to this level later and I'll explain what happens. But yeah, I was just completely confused and did not know what I was meant to be doing. Which meant that I died a lot. Because, as I explained before, if you go into dash block and there's a solid surface, at the end you will die. Alrighty, so where to from here is the question. Hint, hint, it's back the way we just came. But we still need to explore around, take a good look, and try and figure out, is there anything missing? This will take us back to... Oh, a strawberry. That's exciting. Do love himself a good strawberry. Tempo speeds up. That means we're gonna be having some deaths here. I don't need to even say anything. Just honestly, the stupidity on this place. So close. Like this sort of red after. A lot of these deaths are pretty stupid deaths. I just. Plus, doesn't. I would like to say that I had a lot of fun playing this. It requires a lot of manual dexterity. If you don't jump at just the right time, or if you hesitate too much, it's a really easy way to get killed. 150 deaths. Wow. I'll get in this slowly. It's not like we're making no progress. We are getting closer to getting out of this. Close to getting out of the screen. Sitting at 157. Obviously still trying for that route under the icebox to avoid the jumps. But I think we'll make an executive decision to probably stop attempting to do that pretty soon. There we go. Going for the jumps. 1, 2, 3. I mean, you know, when there's more hour, 1 hour, 8 minutes, 30 seconds, I think, roughly. Alright. Music has resumed normal tempo. That means we probably managed to beat this. After 163 deaths. There we go. There's a nice jump. I'm very, very pleased with those very aesthetic jumps. Alrighty. Made it to the next screen. Evil Madeline will not follow us. Oh dear. Yep, I remember this death. Come on, Madeline. Don't do it. Keep walking. Don't do it, Madeline. Keep on running. going to really complain about one missed strawberry because we have come very close to finishing this level. And we have reached the information kiosk, where the phone begins to ring. Hello? Are you calling from a payphone? Yeah. Wait, you called me? What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. I'm in trouble. I'm being chased by someone. Yeah, I can't keep up with the speed of the text. That's all the time we have for today's Hour of Play. If you enjoyed this video, please do check out my channel where I have similar content available. If you have a particular game that you'd like me to play, please post down in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.